We are at the Jarrell Plantation right outside of Juliette, Georgia. It's like they painted a copy of the working farm at the basement of this building that they're now using as an office to get your tickets to come back here and see the Jarrell farm. This is where the family garden was. Interesting plow. You can hear the chickens in the background. It's still somewhat of a working farm. The family still lives on a portion of this, as you can't really get to. I guess we'll go this way first. It's an old outhouse. And an old barn. Tin still looks pretty good. It's a chicken house of 1912. Looks like the chicken's still going in there. Chicken poop everywhere. There's some goats. There's that noisy rooster. There's a couple of goats and several chickens back in there. Interesting. I guess back in the day that worked. This building's still standing. Oh wow. Old bottles in there. It was a working shed at one time. Oops, sorry. All right. They built that right on the edge. Okay, let's go up in here and see. Wow, that is just super cool. It's amazing how they had so many children since they all slept in one room. Get that old fireplace. The spinning wheel in the corner. It's like the kitchen back there. You know, it was probably a little chilly. Georgia does get cold in the winter. Look at that door. Solid wood. That old hutch. That's amazing. Kitchen table. One chair. These are for putting over your food when you put them on the table. There's various sizes. And when you put your food out for a meal, then you have to do something to keep the bugs off of it, since these old houses don't really have screens. Oops. It's a very well-built hutch. Okay. Summer kitchen, maybe? There's all the wood that they stacked up for the stove. Another big old heavy door. I'm sure that wasn't here back in the day. And the construction is just bonkers. Oh, look at that floss water. That is so cool. They just got some screen and taped it. It's the old broom. Wouldn't you love to sweep this entire house with that? A couple of colanders, a sifter. It's like a milk can. You would open that up and shove your wood in there, so you could cook on there. If you need to stir it, you can always lift one of these and check on your fire. It's interesting. Never seen a chimney like this before. And out the back door. These houses pretty high off the ground. There's old wooden shingles up there. come in from what I would assume the front door. 1895 house. It was a simple house built by Dick Jarrell and his wife, Mamie, and family. It's a neat toddler bed. There is a picture of the family right there on the wall. There's a couple of them. Sunshine, I can't get that one, but and on the fireplace. And we're back outside. You really can't see much with the sun shining out here. The baby's crib right next to Mom and Dad. All right. And on to the big house. So they had beehives. Bees provide honey and bee wax for candles. Pollinated the fruit trees and the crops. Interesting. Okay, let's walk up here to the house. Let's go up here and see what this house is. There were several family members that lived out here on this property. There were also at one point 60 slaves before the Civil War. When they were set free, and a lot of them just came back to work the farm. It's a steep driveway. Okay, I would guess outhouse. Working shed, maybe. And this house doesn't say whose house it is. Let's go check it out. It's like maybe a well right there. Let's see. This is the first house that was built in 1847. Well, she had a nice sewing room. That is really nice. And then you come over to the main part. It's the big bed. Trying to focus in here. It's hard to focus with this screen here. Quite a nice little bedroom. In case you get thirsty while you're sitting out on the porch. It's a nice life. And back to the main home. Family still lives there, so it's private property and it's definitely roped off. All right. Come down here. See what's on the side. That's quite the chimney. Whew. It's amazing how high they built these up off the ground. Come around up in here. Nice dining room. And the kitchen. It's kind of neat how the kitchens were always separate. I guess if something happened in the kitchen, you wouldn't have to worry about heating up the main house or what have you. But since it's under this dog run, the ceiling goes all the way, then you're still protected from the weather. Hear bugs flying around me. Hopefully I don't have to take off running because that's not gonna, can't see in there. So there's the privy. Not really gonna go out there because I think y'all all know what that is. This is listed as the chicken coop. See, there's the map. 1847, and this is the old chicken coop. Hopefully there's not a bear in there. That's kind of cool. Just a basic chicken coop. But it kept the chickens safe. There's always something out here wanting to eat our chicken. I just love the woods out here. I don't know what that is, but it's closed off, so I can't go check it out. And this, what is this? This is flower pit, smokehouse, chicken house, and privy? No, this is the smokehouse. Okay, so what I thought was a well is really a root cellar, so we'll have to go back. And this is their smokehouse and their boat. Pretty cool. Okay. Interesting how they put these things together. Okay, this is the old root cellar. Not much to see in here now, but you can see it was lined with bricks. Very interesting. And that's where they kept their food cold. All right. Well, back down the hill and onto those buildings. Okay. Let's go down this trail and see the old slave, or the, I don't know, whatever's down here. Let's go down this trail. The beehives, the wood mill, quite a few things. You can still hear that rooster in the background. He is one noisy little chicken. Good Lord, I didn't know this was going to be a death march. Okay, I can see why they'd put a bench right there. Don't like the rocks. Let's try to do this without breaking anything. I love the solitude. See the family walking around up there. Can you see them? Well, I paid my $5.25 to be out here, so I don't know what Grandpa's yammering about. So we'll see. The big house up there on the hill is the private residence where the family, some of the family still lives. So you can't really get close to it. You can just kind of see it. Georgia's had a lot of storms here recently, and looks like there's another casualty. You can tell how this is all rutted out. I believe this is the mill up here. See, the walls are quite fortified with rocks down there. If you look in here, there's some big old saw blades. I guess I can walk down there. Kind of scary, but well, would you look at that? This was quite an intelligent man. It was Jarrell that put all this in. Yeah. Engine house, rebuilt in 1916. I'm not sure if it was all rebuilt, because I know when the Union came through, they burned down most of what was out here. So is that why it's rebuilt? Or was some of it dilapidated, so it was rebuilt? I don't know. But that's something we could probably look into. Interesting. Other buildings everywhere. My goodness, there's buildings everywhere. Seems to be a little bit of a smaller type saw. And it's on skids. So maybe at some point it was removable, because I believe in the video they said he used to take this to the people. And then he's like, wait a minute, why won't they come to me? That's pretty cool. The guide's right here. Look at that belt. How thick it is. Okay, I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So let me do it over. The evaporator house. It was for his sugarcane production. Second boat. That's where you put the logs in to heat it up. You cook it down. I don't know after that. When I was a little girl, my uncle had a sugarcane processing plant, I guess you could call it, out of his barn. They'd cut the sugar cane down in the fields in Gainesville, Florida, and he'd cook it up in big vats like that, only they were ginormous, like a fourth of this room. Oh, it's always smelled so good in there. Ooh, doggy. See, I think that's scary. There's no way in the world I'd go in here. But look how high it's propped up there. That's cool. It's the back side of it. Thinking at one point it may or may not have had some kind of a floor in here. I don't know why are the doors up so high. Anyway, I don't know what that is, but it looks gnarly. There's more stuff over there that we can't get to. And this dun, 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 is cane and planer mill shed. Oh, for 1 year. Huh. Just all kind of equipment in here. The cane mill was used to remove juice from the sugar cane for syrup by crushing the stalks. Yep. Okay, and this is the farm implement shed. Again, 1 year, 1916 through 1917. I'll do some facts on this. Case threader, reaper binder, mower and rake, red wooden log cart. Okay. Let's see what's in here. Ooh. This is some kind of cool. All right. Wow. Look how long that is. All the way down there through to that next wagon. All right. That's some type of a plow. This is a threshing machine acquired in the 1930s. It's so big I'm having trouble getting it all in the camera. Wow. It's definitely our original wheels. Some kind of a pulley system there. They had some fancy equipment. Okay, this thing is a reaper binder from the 1930s. Ooh, look at the teeth on that. And this is a hay thingy, I would guess. I've seen them before. I think Nebraska still has stuff that looks like this. There's the seat you ride on, and you hook that up to the team, ox, mule, horse, whatever. Looks like a torture device. All right. How beautiful would it be to live out here on this property? Georgia is such a beautiful state. There's a storm moving in, so it can't be here too much longer. I don't trust those Georgia storms. We thought Texas was bad. Georgia's right there with them. Okay, this is another building. Sure, I'm glad they have those little bridges, because the wheat house. Okay, this is the wheat house. That's the wheat house. These wooden storage bins were used to protect wheat seeds from the weather. Right there. Okay. So according to my map, this is the wood shop, workshop, metal shop. Okay. Back to there's the visitor center. And this is the last building. This place is so cool. And it's so worth that $5.25. It's a really noisy crowd coming in behind me. I hate that. I've had the whole day to myself. Blacksmith and carpentry wood shop. Yet another year, 1912 to 1913. Before I publish all this, I am going to do some research, because I don't understand. And if I was a better historian, I probably would. Interesting. Okay, let's see what's up here before all these noisy people get here. That looks like an old fishing trap, a fish trap. Wow. He's got some stuff going on here, doesn't he? Look at that. I know a couple of relatives in my family would love to have this many tools. Some of them probably does. I'm sure my brother probably does. That's interesting. Look at all the little pieces of wood down there. I'm going to guess that's what he made the handles out of. And they found some nice, hard, straight wood. Wow. This is really a neat tour. And the noisy people are getting close, so I guess I should end this, but I don't know what it is, but it looks gnarly. So that's it. That's the Jarrell Plantation. I was actually just driving down the road wanting to go to Macon for the cherry blossoms, and I seen a sign that says Jarrell Plantation. So I made a left-hand turn instead of going forward. Oh look, now the chickens are out. Interesting. That's a good way to end this video. Can you see them walking around up there? Chickens. The skies are getting darker and I'm about 30 miles away from my camper. So maybe I'll head back now, and I'm getting hungry. I appreciate you watching my video. Hopefully you watched the entire thing. It's actually the second video I've made, but the first one that I'll be posting. I may post the other one at some other time. Just, you know. And remember, this is my first one. So y'all can be as mean as you want. I probably won't even acknowledge that you said something mean, because that's the way I roll. All right, thank you so much, and keep an eye out. I'll be on the road now for the next couple of years, just checking stuff out. See y'all down the road. Bye. Well, since I'm leaving, and I'm already out of breath, this is what's left to a slave cabin from 1950. It's actually the remains of the stone chimney. So there's no telling how large the cabin was. I guess it was represented by these sticks here, trying to show you maybe that was the cabin and this was a chimney. And if that's true, they have a bigger place than I do. All right. See ya.